After a 3-month break, the second core of Durarara X2 has finally arrived, simply subtitled as the second arc, and now I can finally take the time to review it. This is Cesar1501 and welcome back to my weekly series of Durarara X2 reviews. Now if you're wondering why I'm covering the first 4 episodes instead of the first 3 like I did back in January, it's because last week I was on a trip to Cuba with my family, and now I'm back in Chile. Back to Durarara. Last winter, the first core of the second series ended in a slightly disappointing note due to hit or miss direction, some rushed plotlines, and really wonky production values. So I guess it's safe to say that we weren't that excited about the second arc. Well, I have great news for everyone. Durarara X2, the second arc, has taken off to a very good start, thanks mostly to what series author Ryogo Narita does best. Really messed up relationships. There isn't so much plot to talk about right now, it's mostly about catching up with the characters after last season's events, and also getting a few character revelations from people who were previously on the sidelines of the bigger arcs. Not to say that the beginning of the season was perfect, the animation is still pretty rough, and you will have to go through a good share of model drawings. The biggest standout so far are the revelations about Mika in episode 2 and Akabayashi's backstory in episode 3, with the former gleefully diving into the most strange and sometimes admittedly disgusting parts of the show. Mika has always been a sort of non-presence on Durarara. She didn't have any sort of role for herself, and served more as a plot point in the story regarding Celti's head. Now though, she has pretty much claimed a spot for herself as a fully realized character, and the fact that it only took 1 episode to establish this proves that characterization is definitely the series' strongest asset. That also comes for Akabayashi. He was kind of a loose figure back on the first season of X2, but now his backstory not only drops the essentials of his character very nicely, but also gives a deep understanding of his personal relationships and how they shape him, again in one single episode. Episodes 1 and 4 by contrast are focusing on characters that have been established already, Isaya and Vorona. But instead of repeating things that we already knew about them, it pushes their arcs into new directions, with both finding brand new motivations. Now for the looks of it, episode 5 will start an actual storyline, so only then I will be able to tell if this trend of great episodes can continue, or if effectively Durarara has a storytelling problem and it should stick to character pieces. As always, remember that Durarara X2 is available on Crunchyroll and on Hulu. See you next time.